Hello everyone, welcome to Hermitcraft Modsauce. I've been playing this for a few days now since I've been recovering from my little trip to the hospital. So I haven't been playing much Farm Sim or, well, much of anything really. So I just started playing this and trying to get back into the swing of things. I didn't feel much like firing up Land of Italy today, so I'm just going to do a bit of Minecrafting here. So I teamed up with Shadow's Reign on this server. As you can see, I'm on a balloon. Just a little, you can make really extravagant ones, but you know me. I just do what I gotta do to get by without going too crazy. Eventually I'm gonna make a blimp and some other neat stuff, I think. But for now, let's have a look. So as you can see, we've got our little base here. I may as well show you the wind generator, so I'm still outside. But you can see we built into the side of this mountain. See, you can see all the stuff inside there. Let's turn this off. There we go. That look neat? So in this pack, it's called Hermitcraft Modsauce, and there's a lot of neat stuff in it. Archimedes balloons. That's what Archimedes ships also has balloons. That's what I'm flying around in right now. Already fallen to my death twice, and a couple close calls. To go down, you press the Z key, whichever, and yeah, if you press Shift, which is your crouch key, you fall out of the balloon. Which, you know, since that's the down key for when I'm wearing my jetpack, I can get confused pretty easily. So, Mechanism is one of the mods in this mod pack. Those are Mechanism windmills. I don't have them at their optimal height. I just wanted to build them kind of low here so that I didn't have them kind of this big stone tower up into the sky there. So eventually I'm probably going to build more sort of this way, and then I'll kind of shape the terrain to hide it a bit so that they look nice. And you can see the cabling there. That's the tier 3 out of 4 cabling there. And it will handle all that power. So let's head down and have a look inside the base. So give you a little bit of an update. I did go to the hospital. I had a ruptured appendix, which is bad and can kill you, so that was a bit of a fun trip. So I went in the ambulance there, and that night I had the surgery done and came home the next day, and I've been recovering since. So that's where I'm at. I haven't had a lot of energy, and well, for the first few days I couldn't really even sit at my computer, just because all I could do was lay down, but forced myself out of bed and back in action now. So I do want to, hopefully for tomorrow, this is Thursday's episode, I was going to do Farm Sim and I just didn't. So I will probably have a Farm Sim for tomorrow. If not, it'll be more of this. I've been thinking, right now I'm doing 6 Farm Sim episodes a week, 4 on my own, and then 2 of the co-op ones. And be honest, I'm starting to get a little tired of it already, of the Farm Sim, so I think I might just break it up a bit more with some Minecraft. So I might just do 2 of the Land of Italy and 2 of this or something, I don't know yet. Okay, so press the key here and click a line. You see how it just snapped to the grid there? Then I go in there again and disassemble it, so that basically makes it just a fixed structure, so I can hop back in on there and click assemble the ship and then get on there and off I go. And here's Shadow's rig there. I put a crafting table in mine because I like to be able to craft when I'm on the move. Home of the dastardly duo. All of your base are belong to us, Moodzik. Okay, so in we come. This is kind of where we started. Had our beds in here and stuff, so we've moved on from that obviously. So we built this up a bit, and you can see the windmills from here. Put this up a bit, and we're using, these are mechanism barrels. They're called bins. They hold the same amount, 64 stacks. Today I lost the whole bottom row, everything that was in them, but I've recovered from that. And I planted a rubber tree, only it was called a sacred rubber tree, and I didn't know there was a difference. I planted it up next to those wind generators, and it grew, and it was 9 blocks by 9 blocks by I don't know how high, and it took over an hour for my MFR harvester to get rid of it, and here's all the stuff from it. So I had I don't know, 150 stacks of wood and I don't know how many of the rubber. So I've been processing those. So I don't have an ME system. This has the updated applied energistics, so I'm still learning that. I will be tackling that sometime today or tomorrow, I think. So there's what I've got. Yeah, have a look in here. Lots of stuffs. Anyway, a whole bunch of stuff. There you go. There's not really much else to see. So I've got stuff stored. Made the community mailbox already. So this is an ender chest we use to, like, if UC needs something and I've got it, I can put it in the mailbox here and he can take it out of his chest at his house. We've got the flans mods. So these, show you here. I've got an FN Scar weapon. Whee. Okay, so you can make weapons and planes and all sorts of stuff. It's a little grinder for applied energistics. This is where I'm generating cobble and stone. Trying to recover because I lost these two bins and so I lost all my stone and my cobble. And Shadow built this room. This will be our thermal expansion room. You can see we've got one machine in here, but we have to run power and all that. So temporarily we hooked up. These are the thermal expansion machines. Let's bring this up and then you can see what I'm looking at. Magma crucible, fluid transposer, energetic infuser, and a pulverizer. This was an induction smelter, yeah. So they'll go in there. Those are mechanism machines. I'll show you that in a minute. Beds here. I put an auto spawner in here so I can flip a lever and turn it on. You'll see there's a hole there. I'm actually about to start charging the energy cube. That's a mechanism energy cube. That's the top tier one. There's my grinder so I can get my stuffs. So I've got a gas safari net and a Enderman one, and the blaze one is in there now. Those three are the main ones I go for right off the bat. I just a few minutes ago finished building this. I haven't hooked it up yet. So I kind of built this into the floor and the ceiling a bit there. Let's turn on our little jetpack here. I can fly up and show you up in here. This is the control rods here. I don't know. I assume most of you guys have probably seen these mods I'm showing you before. But I'll be doing a little twist on it here and there. I'm trying to stay away from thermal expansion. Shadow really wants to do it, so I'm kind of leaving that to him. Thermal expansion, I've had a lot of problems over the last couple months with their stuff, especially in conjunction with MFR. I get machines dropping off for no reason. They have no power and jamming up, and Liquiduct getting mob essence in it when there's no machines that would generate it. It's just the craziest stuff. And so I'm trying to get away from it. I'm really happy with the mechanism power cable. So that's what this is. So that's what I've been using. Now I'll head out over here. This will be my mechanism room where I'm going to run oxygen and hydrogen production, that sort of thing. And this little beastie is the heart of the whole thing. This is a digital miner. You can go in here and put your power cell in here and speed upgrades. And this replacement block, this means everything that it mines out under it will be replaced with stone or whatever you want to put in here. And these buttons do things like eject, that ejects it out into a chest in the back. Pull means it pulls these blocks from the chest on the top. You can turn Silk Touch on and off. It uses 6 times more power when you have Silk Touch. You can see you've got speed and energy upgrades over here that you plug in. Now let's just reset this and look at the config screen. So this is kind of neat. For instance, if I want to mine iron ore, I can just type in ore iron like so. Hit the check mark. You can even use wildcards. So if I save that, now when I go, now the radius 32 is the maximum radius. So it's 64 by 64. Down to level 2, up to the maximum level 255. You can invert it and say mine everything except iron. Alright, so now there won't be anything here because I've already mined it out, but now it would be trying to mine. So that's pretty neat. You can basically specify what you want to mine, whether or not you want to silk touch it. So I silk touch the diamond and then process it here. Now your first machine in mechanism is the metallurgic infuser. So this little machine, you put in, say, redstone in here and iron here, and it outputs, I forget what, where was it? Whoops, there we go. Enriched alloy. You can make steel in this and all sorts of neat stuff. So these are the well, there's two of them here. I use two because to make steel it's a two-step process. So I started at one and then output to the other one. You can see the power cable underneath. So then you make these machines. There's the enrichment chamber, which is kind of a pulverizer. It's an ore doubler. It crushes the stuff, and then these are energized smelters. So of course it just finished a run. But so what I've done is I put stuff and I want to process, say, iron ore in the chest. It goes in the hopper, down in the machine, and then splits the output to the two furnaces on the sides, which then go up to the chest. And it works at a decent speed. They're pretty configurable. I've got a speed upgrade on both the smelters. Shows you how much power it's using. And let's see, so configuration. I'll explain this in case there may be some of you guys out here who are playing this, or you want to play along and whatever. If you want to use mechanism, here's how you configure the machines. The input and output there. The color that says output to the dark blue slot. Over here, so the slots just works like thermal expansion. There's a top slot is dark blue, and I set the left slot as dark red, and then I put dark red as the input. So it says, okay, left slot input, it goes in, and then it says dark blue is the output, and it goes up. And then you turn on the auto eject. See, it says eject on. I don't know what strict input is. I guess that you could specify only input from one direction, or else only use specific things. I don't know. I haven't really explored that too much. So here's your red box and your blue box. So they're tied to what you saw on the other screen there. You could put a power cube in there or something to power it. Okay, so anyway, that's how the automation works. I was just showing Iron Brew how to do that this morning, so I figured I'd explain it again. And you know you've seen all this stuff. So over here I have crushers. They're kind of a pulverizer macerator type thing as well. It's different though. It's in a different process. Hard to explain by comparing it to other mods, so I'll just leave it at that. It'll crush cobble into gravel, and then gravel into sand, all that. Precision sawmill. Let's grab a block here. We'll put our block of rubber wood in here. And start processing it, and then it'll output to the chest. And from a block, or from a stack of rubber wood, you get oak planks for some reason. I don't know why. You get 4 stacks, and then a stack of rubber bars. So I'm not complaining. Osmium compressor. You use this to make special obsidian. So anyway, I won't show you that now. But all right, so that's the basic. These are the basic mechanism machines. If you're going to start out with mechanism, these are the ones you're going to start with. You start with this, then you go to the enrichment chamber, energized smelter. You don't really have to use. You could use a regular furnace. Yeah. Anyway. All right, so here's my Mine Factory Reloaded enchantment stuff. Pretty basic for my normal bases. Tinker's Construct stuff. Right now I've been making clear glass, just dumping sand in the hopper and it goes through, and I've got this automated. So the redstone clock basically says turn on the seared faucet for a second, turn it off for a second, on it. It goes on and off. So it just keeps putting the blocks through here. Okay, so I think that's about it for in here. So I'll show you, there's the digital miner over here. You can see the chest on the back of it. See it? So put bauxite ore from mariculture. Mariculture is in, what's it called, Ag Skies. I haven't really used it too much, but I do intend to give it more of a go. I was using it on Fad's server, but I just didn't get really into it. Got kind of bored on that server. So I'll probably do more with it this time. So up here, I'll turn on the... Alright, so you'll see it's 200 kilojoules, so that's it outputs about 205 joules all the time, and that's about 20 EU, I guess. 20 EU a tick, and I've got 10 of them here. So that runs my whole base. Power cable goes down, and those energy cubes, they're like the redstone cells. Same idea. Now you see this, whoops, get over here a bit. You see this gray bar right there that you don't see on this one? That's the output, so that's how you tell which direction it's facing. Oh, God, I keep getting stuck in that. Alright, well, there you go. So next plans here. I love being able to look out here when I'm crafting. This looks really nice at night too. If you fly in out around there and you look down this way, yeah, like I could look in and see shadow working away in here. So that was kind of neat. I guess in a foyer kind of way. That's kind of creepy actually now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, so my next little project here, I'll just show you periodic updates. I don't know if I'll make this a regular series or not. Probably do it like I did with Dire Wolf and what was the other one? I can't even remember what it was called. So yeah, I'm gonna charge this up at Ultimate Energy Cube. That's a tier 4 cube with a tier 3 cable. So once I plug in some fuel in this, it'll start generating power and charge that up. Then I can take it back over and hook it up to my auto spawner. So I need to run some cabling around. I need to finish this room because it's kind of just stone. It's boring. Same with this room over here. So Shadow and I kind of go and spruce things up after we get the basic room going. You can see we've got the carpenter wedges there, so it's a 45-degree angle. Do some really neat stuff with that. Chisel mod is in this, so that's what all this stuff is from. I love chisel mod. Not a big fan of the factory block, but Shadow likes it, so I left it. I won't bug him about it. Oh, here's something neat. Dimensional anchor. It's like a chunk loader, only it costs like an iron block and 4 gold. It's super cheap. And this is how you can raise and lower the size, and then the shape, so you can go from X, like an X line or a Y line, or a square. So I just did square. Okay, well, there you have it. That's my base as it is, and I will continue to work on it. Just, yeah, like I said, I don't feel much like playing Farm Sim right now. For one thing, my steering wheel I can't use, so I'd have to use the keyboard. I don't know, I'm just not feeling it today. Still kind of down under the weather. I'm having a hard time sitting still very long. It's, well, you know, I had my guts ripped out literally, so it's a little bit sore around my midsection, so a little bit longer to heal up. So tomorrow I'll have either, Friday I'll have either a farm sim or another one of these videos, depending on how I feel and what I'm up to. But either way, there you go. There's an update. I give you an update of my health and what I'm up to, and update on what I'm actually playing. I've been actually playing a lot of Civ 5 as well. A friend of mine that I've been playing with for years and years and years. We've been playing Civ 5, teaming up against the AI, so that's kind of fun. So I've been doing that in the evenings. So, there you go. Civ 5, Farm Sim, and that's about all I play now. Look at this. You know what, let's just go for a little fly. What the heck. I'll just babble on. I guess you guys haven't heard me for a little while, so I'll babble on a little bit, and we'll go out and have a little fly around and see what's around. One thing that's kind of neat in this is you get these meteors. They're really cool from Applied Energistics. You need Skystone, and to get that, you find these big meteors. See if I can find one. Actually, I think it's probably a distance away. I'm about 3,500 blocks from spawn, so I think that's where the nearest meteor I've seen is. You can actually get a meteor compass, and it'll lead you to them, but most of the ones I've found are underground. So this is kind of a weird area over there. I'm going to clean that up at some point. But as you can see, we were cruising along here on our balloons and looking for a place to build that wasn't right next to spawn. We came across this little cove here. Let's see. There we go. See a little bitter. Turn all that crap off. We came across this little spot and liked it. It's kind of a little area. I'm going to clean off some of the trees there and plant some different colored trees and kind of make it look brighter and nicer over here. So we're kind of in a birchwood forest right here. And then we get snow over there, so I don't really want to look at snow. So over here I'll put some bright colored trees in. We haven't gotten a farm up and running yet. We've just been subsisting on a 3x3 block of wheat that I just used my watering can on, so that's pretty sad. But as you can see, when we cruise down, so here, this will give you an example of what happens when you hit shift. Oh, yeah. Anyway, just turn my jetpack on just the right amount of time. So there's yeah, in time. There's the balloon will just kind of float down. As soon as you get off it, it just floats down at the bottom. Oh, there's Slime Island up there. What's that on that? Let's go look. can't remember how to move this thing. There we go. Turn off my jetpack. Do I have food with me? I don't. Huh. I'll have to get that in a minute. Let's go up and have a look at that slime island. You know, I should have actually put the wind generators up there and then just run a single cable down, but that would look kind of stupid, wouldn't it? I could use tesseracts or something. Bring the power from over there. Oh, it's one of those... there's these stone spires that have a bunch of ores in it. And there's actually one on top of a slime island. Oh, that's hilarious. I haven't really looked around beyond this point. We just today got a new patch here that allows us to mine yellorium. That's why we just built the reactor now. But up until now we haven't been able to get any fuel, and of course can't build it without yellorium. So anyway, we haven't been exploring because didn't want to generate any new chunks without it. So turns out that it just populates already generated chunks anyway, so it didn't matter. What is that purple stuff? Let's have a look. Yeah, so these things stick up here and there. You'll find them. So if I disassemble this balloon here, it'll when I reassemble it'll grab the grass and stuff. That's pretty silly. I don't usually play third person. Purple slime. I've never seen purple slime before. Cool. I wonder if Fat knows about that. He's not on the server. Hasn't been yet anyway. I don't know if he's going to or not. But maybe I'll have to email some purple slime to him. Think he'd appreciate that? Yeah, neither do I. Oh, grump. Okay, well, you know, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to probably keep going. Actually, I'm going to go lay down for a bit because just from sitting up here, my belly starts to bother me. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll do some more of this stuff and probably record it for you. So until I see you, well, I guess I'll just say bye for now, and thanks for watching, and thanks for so many of you guys have wished me speedy recoveries and well-wished, you know, the well-wishing, and I really appreciate it. So I will be talking to you again soon. Bye for now.